Sex offender Jeffrey Epstein has been accused of sexually assaulting countless teenage girls. Last July, the wealthy financier was arrested, and many of his victims were looking forward to
The current political climate has been thrown into chaos as Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett stepped in to address vague allegations linking Erika Kirk to Jeffrey Epstein's network, a situation that could seriously damage reputations and careers. This isn't just another political squabble. Social media has amplified the issue to dangerous levels, with users treating every name in Epstein-related documents as proof of wrongdoing, even though inclusion in a court record does not indicate guilt. Kirk became a target when blogs and viral posts falsely suggested her involvement, with videos garnering millions of views and posts shared tens of thousands of times, fueling online communities that accepted these claims as truth. Meanwhile, Congress has debated whether all FBI Epstein documents should be made public, and the House passed a bill requiring the Department of Justice to release them. Efforts by some members of Congress to withhold information led to heated exchanges, with Democrats accusing Republicans of protecting individuals linked to Epstein, and Republicans claiming Democrats were hiding secrets of their own, creating near chaos on the House floor on November 18th. Amid this, Crockett's intervention underscores the broader conflict between social media-driven accusations and the need for verified evidence, showing just how precarious public perception can become when facts are overshadowed by viral speculation. Jasmine Crockett, convinced she was about to expose the entire Republican Party, stood confidently on the House floor and began rattling off names of politicians she claimed had received donations from Jeffrey Epstein, listing the NRCC, Rick Lazio, George Bush, McCain Palin, Lee Zeldin, and Mitt Romney. She even warned Republicans that if this was the standard they wanted, Democrats were ready to release it all. But within minutes, the entire narrative collapsed. None of the donations came from that Jeffrey Epstein. Journalist Chuck Ross of the Washington Free Beacon quickly checked the records and discovered that every donation Crockett cited came from a completely different Jeffrey Epstein, a New York doctor with no scandals, just an unfortunate name. Even worse, 20 of those donations were made after the infamous Epstein died in prison, a detail anyone glancing at the dates would have noticed. Crockett's team missed it entirely. And the timing wasn't random. Crockett was attempting to shield Democrat Stacey Plaskett from a censure vote over her 2010 congressional hearing text messages with Epstein. In trying to create a distraction, Crockett ended up defending a Democrat linked to Epstein while falsely accusing Republicans of taking contributions from him, turning her intended gotcha moment into a major self-inflicted embarrassment. Records from the House Oversight Committee revealed that Stacey Plaskett, representing the U.S. Virgin Islands, where Epstein once owned an island, was in contact with Epstein during Michael Cohen's testimony, even receiving instructions from him on which questions to ask. Crockett's attempt to attack Republicans for allegedly taking Epstein's money completely backfired, as she never verified that the Epstein in question was the one everyone assumed. In response, Epstein reportedly texted, "Good job." What makes Crockett's approach noteworthy is her insistence on accountability. Rather than sharing unverified claims on TikTok or Twitter, she argues that anyone with credible evidence of improper links should report it to authorities or reputable media outlets. She points out that Trump and Epstein were publicly connected, seen together in photos and birthday records, so the focus on Plaskett instead of Trump is misplaced. Crockett's main point is clear. This isn't about political theater or scoring points. It's about real victims who have endured trauma. Using Epstein's name to attack opponents without evidence undermines these voices, erodes public trust, and weaponizes accusations in today's political climate. In Erika Kirk's case, Crockett demands that all claims be backed by genuine sources, official court records, or verified documentation rather than easily manipulated screenshots or social media hearsay. Romney, the NRCC, Winred, McCain Palin, George Bush, Lee Zeldin, and Rick Lazio, that was the entire list. And Crockett repeated it with confidence before warning that if this was the standard, Democrats would reveal everything. She reminded everyone that FEC filings are public, but right as she demanded real evidence for the claims against Erika Kirk, newly released Epstein case documents were flooding out, capturing everyone's attention. And here's what most people don't realize. When courts release records in a massive case like this, the names included aren't limited to suspects. They cover a wide range of people, victims seeking justice, witnesses who gave information, investigators tied to the case, business contacts with no wrongdoing, and even individuals who simply attended charity or social events where Epstein happened to be. Yes, some names belong to those accused of misconduct, but social media rarely cares about context. The moment someone spots a familiar name in a document, they jump straight to guilt. No evidence, no clarity, just instant judgment. When the Epstein-related documents began emerging in late 2023 and continued into 2024, over 150 names appeared in different files, prompting legal experts to immediately caution the public. Being listed in such records doesn't prove wrongdoing. In many cases, it only means a victim recalled seeing someone at an event, not that the person committed any crime. Some names appear in the documents simply because lawyers reference them in testimony. Others show up because they tried to warn or intervene during the investigations, and many are listed only because they had routine social or professional interactions with Epstein. In reality, these legal records are far more complicated than most people think. Investigative journalist Julie K. Brown of the Miami Herald exposed the full Epstein story back in 2018 by spending months verifying accounts, reviewing thousands of pages of evidence, and interviewing numerous victims before releasing anything, demonstrating what real journalism and real accountability look like. Her series, The Perversion of Justice, helped bring the entire case back into the spotlight. Social media, however, operates on the opposite principle. Accusations spread within seconds, often without a single fact being checked, and once misinformation catches on, stopping it is almost impossible. What many overlook is that Jasmine Crockett isn't just another politician jumping into the spotlight. She spent years as a civil rights attorney defending people who were wrongly accused, giving her firsthand experience with the devastation caused by false allegations. That's why she insists these documents must be fully released, because without all the information, no one can judge fairly. Transparency, she argues, should matter to everyone, no matter their political side. She even says that if people choose to support someone who may have hidden records or questionable behavior, that's their decision, but they deserve to know the truth first. Yet, despite how serious the issue is, both political parties have tried to twist the Epstein case into a weapon. Democrats go after Republicans, Republicans go after Democrats, and somewhere in this tug of war, the truth keeps getting pushed aside. Many people overlook a crucial detail. Several accounts pushing accusations against Erika Kirk are tied to profiles that post nothing but political attacks, showing no concern for Epstein's victims or justice, only for defeating their opponents at any cost. When Jasmine Crockett presented the facts, social media split instantly. Some praised her, saying victims deserve respect and that baseless claims ruin lives, while others insisted she must be defending someone suspicious, clinging to the idea that there's no smoke without fire. People say they want justice, yet when the real, careful investigative work begins, slow, detailed, and free of drama, they choose whatever rumor goes viral instead. One commenter, whose cousin survived human trafficking, even warned that exploiting these cases for political gain is deeply harmful. Here's the part almost no one is discussing. In the weeks before Erika Kirk was targeted, at least 5 other public figures faced nearly identical smear campaigns trying to link them to Epstein with zero evidence. It's a strategy: pick a target, create visual posts tying them to Epstein, blast it across multiple platforms, and let social media do the rest. Crockett insists Americans want transparency, to know who's hiding records, who's actually involved, and who isn't. But the reality is even more absurd. Some of these accusation campaigns come from anonymous accounts created solely to generate false claims. Some of these smear campaigns are run by completely fake accounts. No history, no previous posts, no activity, created solely to make a few controversial claims, rack up thousands of shares, and then vanish as if they never existed. Anti-trafficking organizations have strongly criticized this tactic, noting that baseless accusations not only confuse the public, but also make their work far harder. As misinformation spreads, real victims face skepticism when they come forward. Every false claim becomes a tool that defense attorneys can exploit to undermine legitimate cases, harming both the accused and those seeking justice. This brings us back to the importance of the actual Epstein documents versus the distortion circulating online. Courts have released flight logs, deposition transcripts, and thousands of pages of records, which do reference some well-known individuals present at events connected to Epstein. But many names in these files are completely innocent. Being listed in flight logs or attending fundraisers, parties, or charitable events does not imply guilt. Many high-profile people spend years in the public eye, attending hundreds of events and taking thousands of photos, so it is entirely possible for their names to appear in records entirely unrelated to any misconduct. As for the claims linking Erika Kirk to Epstein, a thorough review of federal court documents, databases, public legal records, unreleased archives, and civil and criminal case files revealed nothing. No documents, no witnesses, no verified transcripts, not a single record with her name. None of the online allegations are supported by any official source. Jasmine Crockett has made it clear she will not tolerate unsubstantiated claims. She urges the public to understand how information spreads, to be more media literate, and to demand that social media platforms take active steps against disinformation campaigns that harm reputations. Erika Kirk points out the harsh reality. Once accusations go viral, they rarely disappear, even if later proven false. In the digital age, public opinion can conduct a trial with just a few clicks, making it essential for everyone to verify information before sharing or accepting it. Every post has real-world consequences for individuals, families, and lives. The Epstein case itself involved genuine crimes, and victims deserve full, fair, and transparent justice. But using that tragedy without evidence to attack others is not justice. It's chaos, a distortion that sidelines victims and twists the truth. As one online comment aptly put it, a single tweet can destroy a life, yet it takes 5 people to correct a false claim. Although it may sound dramatic, anyone who has followed these viral online events knows how true it is. One comment summed it up perfectly. Crockett did what many politicians should have done, demanded real evidence before jumping into the fray. That statement caused quite a stir because it highlights a simple truth. Justice cannot be served if we ignore the pursuit of facts. The most alarming part is that those profiting from this chaos may be the very people responsible for the crimes. While the public circulates baseless accusations and debates trivial matters, the individuals who should face accountability remain hidden behind a cloud of noise. Now it's your turn. Do you think Jasmine Crockett should stay impartial and let the process unfold? Or do you agree that every accusation must be backed by evidence? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is vital to this discussion as we focus on verified facts, transparency, and truth over social media-fueled rumors. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We appreciate you staying with us until the end, and we'll see you next time. Online communities are watching this story closely, and we report what captivates the public without speculating about anyone's personal life. Every piece of content here is meant for commentary and entertainment.